Tuning in to the online broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Whoa, dramatic. I love that.
Nice.
There we go.
Yeah. That was a rock.
We all kind of look like, feeling it.
All right, hey guys, welcome back to another AfterBuzz After Show for Wet Hot American Summer. This is episode 2 called Lunch. I am one of your hosts, JJ Jurgens. You can follow me at JJ Jurgens on Twitter, and I'm joined here tonight by
Matt Ritter. You can follow me on Twitter at MattRitter1.
Hey guys, I'm Kanika Lal. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at Kanika Lal.
And night 2, we have another very special guest, as promised tonight. He is George Dalton, and he plays Artie the Beekeeper. Yay! All right, now let's go ahead. Can you kind of school us on how this is done? You're so good on the mic. Give us a little intro. Give us a little radio DJ that you kind of did on the show. What do you got for us? I put you on the spot.
Like line quoting.
I mean, you don't have to quote it, but roughly something. Can you give us that voice that we love on there?
Seize the day, campfirewood, because it's your last.
I love it.
There you go. Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. That was great.
That's all I got.
No, we've been waiting.
I think
weeks
you're
for that.
hiding,
Yeah.
Joe. I think as we go along the show, you're going to show us some of your secrets, so we can't wait for that.
That was well worth it. Right
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, this was, another really, really fun episode. So let's jump in right up off the top. So we have, we see Jordan Peele, and he is playing Alan, and he's working at Rock and Roll Magazine, and then we get to see how Elizabeth Banks joins the cast for this. So she gets put on assignment. Let's talk about that a little bit, what you guys felt about her.
I love sight gags, and this show has so many great sight gags, but I think this one was the best one so far, where she did the classic kind of comedy move where there's a slight change in appearance and everybody falls for the disguise. One of the girls can demonstrate the old
Oh, yeah.
You can do it.
oh yeah
Okay, gotta take my headphones.
you don't
first.
think
Okay, ready?
you don't think I can play 16? Oh my god.
Hello now.
Yeah.
Oh my
Hello now.
god.
Yeah, you
Okay,
got
guys.
it.
Yeah, you did
I
it.
tried. I really tried.
You did
George,
it.
how did I do?
You did awesome.
Okay, good. Now I'm all flustered.
All it takes is just the one hairstyle. That was awesome. I love that in what is it? Is it 10 Things I Hate About You? No, what's the one where she's like she's got overalls and glasses? Where the girl becomes pretty by taking off her glasses and
I think-
overalls.
Was it 10 Things I Hate
She's
About
all
You?
that.
She's all that.
There you go.
Good
Thanks,
job,
Marissa.
I love that movie.
Yeah, that's what that reminded me of. But I love anytime you can get Jordan Peele and
I know.
Paul Scheer, and I forget who else was in that office, but that was
Jama
awesome.
Mays.
Yeah,
There we go, yeah.
Jama Mays. And Jama Mays. And
More Jama
I don't know. I can't remember.
Are you?
But,
yeah.
yeah.
Are you familiar with Key and Peele? Have you gotten to watch any of that, or not so much? The
Have I
sketch, Jordan Peele's sketch show.
I actually haven't.
Oh
No,
yeah,
but,
yeah. It's someday we will buy you that. We will buy you that DVD box set as a gift because he's one of the most gifted sketch comedians ever.
You're honestly so lucky, George, because, obviously you're not new to acting. You've had a lot of roles so far, but, you're still kind of starting out. You're only 10 years old, man. But you're, already in this hit show with so many comedians. I'm sure you just get so many tips from them, on how to act.
Yeah, I do. They're all really amazing and really nice. Our director, David Wain, was probably one of the nicest directors I've met on set. And everybody was just, the atmosphere was, really good energy.
I'm
And
sure.
yeah, it was awesome. So I did get a few tips, and I definitely took to that, and now I'm here.
I was just going to ask you, what did you pick up from being around such comedy greats?
I just, since I was around them, it was amazing to pick up from them. I don't recall many of the things they said, but I do remember Michael and David being really funny on set, and they made lots of everybody just made random jokes. And this one time where there was this one part where I was on a dolly and I was freaking out, and I was in like a little harness, and I was like zip tied to the chair, and then the microphone guy, I'm freaking out, like it's spinning fast, and then the guy says, "You're not getting paid to do this," because I'm freaking out, and it's just it's freaking crazy, and people made like really funny jokes, and I yes.
That sounds like a good time, a good little
I know.
exciting day on set.
How long were you there shooting?
Actually, a few, like one day, actually. All 8 episodes were shot, and it was really quick, and it was really fun. So, yeah, I was there one day.
Wow, that's great.
Crank through it, no kidding.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
you and
surprising.
Bradley Cooper.
Yeah,
Just get your stuff done.
yeah.
All right, let's talk a little bit more about the episode. We'll keep jumping in to asking you questions along the way. All right, so I think probably, Kevin pooping his pants was pretty freaking funny.
Do we all know that that actually happened to Michael Showalter?
It's happened to a lot of young teenage boys.
It happened to my brother.
You know?
It did.
That's why you bring a
Did that
change of
happen to you
underwear. I'm just
too,
I'm
or
just
is
saying,
that
look,
what-
I blocked out all memories of things like that
That is
happening, but I do know,
harsh.
I do distinctly recall a cubby in school and in camp for an extra pair of shorts and underwear. You know, I mean, if it didn't happen, there wouldn't be a need for that. That's all I'm saying.
It is
had our
so
bad
embarrassing.
days.
Well, and then 2 things, because we got that, and we also got a girl getting her period at camp this time,
my
which
God.
is another thing that
Oh, my
happens
God.
to girls.
There
on
you
the
go.
reverse
Thanks
end.
for
We
that
don't
shout
necessarily
out.
poop our pants, but that all
I
happens
take it
to all
back.
of us.
I take it back. The Elizabeth Banks sight gag wasn't the funniest sight gag. That
It was-
was the funniest sight gag. She goes in as a
I know.
12-year-old girl and comes out as a, I
That
don't
was
even know what,
a
30-year-old
genius
woman.
move on their part. I did not see that coming
Me
at
neither.
all.
I did a total. I had to rewind. I was like, wait,
I know,
what? And
I
was
know.
like,
I did too. And then I had to go back when I watched a later episode. I was like, wait, who is she? Oh, she's the little
Yeah.
girl. Oh my God, that's so crazy. That was pretty hilarious.
Yeah, it's so good because I just think we keep saying it, but they just have done such a great job of just surprising us and throwing in little things here and there that I think really keep it fresh and keep it just really entertaining.
But you know what I liked about the pants? You know what I liked about the pants pooping?
Pooping pants.
I like that it was very true to like the way kids try to get each other at that age. You know, they really want to like catch you at your low point. It's not like it's almost like worse than catching you in the act of pooping. It's like waiting till you're in front of everybody in the dining hall.
When you
and
think
being
you've
like,
gotten
you
away
think
with
you've gotten
it, but
away,
no,
and it's
no.
like, aha, why does it have your initials in this
Yeah.
underwear? You know? And
I
then-
could just feel for Kevin and the characters who got
God.
put on the spot. We were all young, and you're young too. And we all
Yeah.
go through these embarrassments, and we're
Yeah.
just like, we can't erase it from our heads.
Yeah.
So I totally feel for the embarrassment.
And then so nice to see Cooper step up
I
for him, because
know.
then we see Patty
Miss Patty
Pancakes.
Pancakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you like her?
It was
You're watching.
awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. I love that scene
Yeah.
so much. It's one of my most favorite scenes in the entire series.
Really? Wow.
It's a very Mrs. Doubtfire.
It
scene.
is.
was.
Yeah,
Exactly what I
yeah,
thought of.
yeah.
Well, and then funny when he's then talking to Donna, and he's putting it in her face. She's like, oh,
Yeah,
Steve,
no,
Steve,
I mean, just the amount of, again, another like amazing sight gag that like might not have read. You know, it's funny if you didn't know these guys already. Like if you were just to write a script like that, you know, and try to have a network exec understand what you were saying, it would be like impossible. You
That's
know,
true.
but
Yeah.
just the level of trust that these guys have earned with
That
all
is
their
true.
like, you know, creative comedic gags that they've done over the years in sketch. It's like, no, it's gonna read like this. He's gonna come out and he's gonna be holding this shit-stained shorts in her face while having the conversation.
And it helps that a lot of these experiences that comedians go through are based on their real life experiences, which makes it so relatable. I'm sure, like, if you're approaching this to another big exec, like you say, they have probably gone through it, so they're like, you know what? We need to highlight this.
Yeah.
Because everyone's gone through it, so it helps.
Yeah, and I was saying last week, like, I went to a crappy sleepaway camp across the lake from a nice camp, and so, like, you do feel, I don't know, I felt like there was a lot of, like, so relatable stuff for me. I wanted to ask you, did you, have you ever gone away to camp at all?
I have, for this Boy Scouts Cub thing, and nobody offered to help me put up a tent, and it was the worst
You tried to
week of my life.
Wait, you tried to build a tent by yourself, or you had to?
Okay, it was a really weird camp because we were with our parents.
Yeah.
So nobody offered to help us, like,
Okay.
at all.
Oh my gosh.
And then we had to do it all by ourselves, and then it's so many weird things happened, and it's I feel like Wet Hot really does yet parroting the essence of camp, but yet it does show what it is like at a camp.
Oh, yeah.
So
And are you an outdoorsy type, or would you rather be home in comforts with showers and good stuff?
You can tell us the truth.
yeah.
There you go.
I think he admitted it when he was like, "My family, we can't put a tent. We're not 10 people.
No.
We're RV with electricity people.
Anything you-
Glamping.
Yeah.
You know what glamping is? It's when you go camping, but it's like fully upscale.
Glamour.
Yeah, it's called glamping.
This one time we actually did go full on camping without this whole, like, we just went camping. It wasn't like a summer camp or anything. We just went out and we got a cabin with TV and a fake fireplace and a refrigerator.
I love that.
Air conditioning.
That's great. That is great.
Camping in Malibu. Where was this? Was there anything that you do like s'mores, making s'mores, the fire?
Just like getting to be around everybody. It's really, when it comes down to it, it's a nice experience because you're away from all of your crazy life in the city, and you get to go out in the woods, and you get to spend some time with your friends and family and just by a fire, and it's just really amazing.
Yeah.
That's true.
All right. Well, using that lead-in, getting able to spend time with your friends here. Here at AfterBuzz, we get to bring all this stuff to you guys for free. And one of the ways that we can do that is for you to help show some support for our sponsors. So our sponsor for our show tonight, we're so thankful for, is Mazda. Does driving matter to you? And driving with the windows down, the wind blowing through your hair, the smell of pine and fresh asphalt? You look forward to these moments when it's just you and the road. No distractions, handling every curve, and feeling every nuance in the road. So ask yourself, does driving matter to you? If it does, we build cars just for you. Because to us, driving matters. Mazda. All right, guys, go check out Mazda.
I'm going to go buy a
Great
Mazda.
cars, right?
I'm up for a new car.
drive to Maine.
16th birthday, you're getting a Mazda, right?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Awesome. So we see you in this episode. Let's talk a little bit more about you. You had some great lines up there. I think I had one quoted, "Don't get caught picking your nose. You're going to go to be the burger kid."
Yeah.
Spinning only the platters that matter.
Yeah.
Like, talk to us about, like, how you got into that character and how you liked those lines and how fun it was.
Okay, so I definitely had to study a lot on some of the things I was referencing. 80s, 50s, 60s, 70s. I was like...
They turned him into, like, the most pop culture junkie.
Yeah. Because, like, basically, like, we're with our phones and we never leave them, so... And some of us don't really go back to the 80s and really think about that and, like, listen to the music. But the thing is, I did have to research a lot on, like, on all the 80s stuff I was referencing, but I did have to get in character with it a lot. I watched the film numerous times before I went on and did it to see how Sam Levine and the original Artie portrayed the character. So I watched the movie constantly, and I basically took from that, and I and it was just a great experience, and I had so much fun.
I also like how your character kind of just has like your own space. Like you're kind of away from the drama that's happening with Kevin and what do they call him, Burp King? Like
You're Burp King of Westchester.
There you go. Yeah, you're not in that. So I love how you're just kind of like you're just your own. Cool
I'm
boss.
like in my own world and like secluded in a radio cabin in the middle.
That's very true to the radio kids, though. You know? And,
They're like the voice from above. You know, like who are they? Where are they coming from? That's you.
Yeah. Did you sort of practice the voice? You know, I mean, it sounds like you have a very distinct voice, especially for your age. You know, but is that like something you worked on, or did you feel like you already were there with that?
I was already there with
the way that your voice, you know, sounded.
It was actually Sam Levine's voice.
Oh, that's
Oh, interesting.
that's right. It's so
no wonder why
funny.
when I put you on the spot, like do that voice right now. It's like,
Yeah.
I did hear that, but I wasn't sure if that was true.
yeah,
So-
and I thought it was like you alter.
Because then I just heard him now, and I was like, wait a minute, he sounds exactly like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
In your research now, like, would you have? And I know you've been studying acting for a long time. Have you thought about now possibly going into voiceover or going into any more type of, you know, commercials or
Yeah,
DJing?
definitely. DJing. Definitely, yeah. A few commercials, and I really want to do plays and shows.
Yeah.
I directed a full-length musical when I was 8 years old.
Did you hear that, people?
I know.
He just
You
directed
wrote
a
it
full-
too,
a
didn't
full
you?
length.
Yeah, I wrote it, and I took 16 songs from 10 different musicals and mashed a cool high school drama story around it.
That's incredible.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
8 going on 9. It was actually for my birthday. Okay, really crazy story. We had started out doing Wicked, and 1 week into the process, we're almost done. We're almost there. It's been cast and everything. Sets have been created. We were told we could do it without the licensing as long as we cut a few of the songs and didn't charge admission. That wasn't the case. We got a cease and desist letter. In 24 hours, I turned around and wrote my new play, I Confess.
Wow. That's incredible.
That's very incredible.
Yeah.
That is.
It's a good lesson. You weren't letting anybody stop you, huh?
No, I had to finish, and it was so last minute because we were 2 weeks in, but I did it in 24 hours, and that was what surprised me so much. Like, I came up with the plot, came up with the characters, knew, because what I did was I saw the kids that sang this song really well that wasn't from Wicked, but I took the songs they sang really well, and I made those characters sing the songs in the play, so I knew they were good at that, so, yeah.
This guy's going places.
I know. Another thing, while we're on it, you've also directed a music video, and I think we have a little clip
Yeah,
of
I
that
did
we're
a
going to
music
show.
video.
So while we're loading
Okay.
that up, tell us a little bit about how you came up with this idea.
Okay, so I just recently covered Trap Queen by Fetty Wap. So basically, I took this hip-hop rap song, and it's totally, like, not my style or what I would listen to. Then I changed it and just made it completely jazz, pop, 50s style, and it seemed to work, and it was awesome.
You made it very clean and classy.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
You pulled that off very well.
And what was your budget, though? Because you had a full-on, we can start rolling whenever we do have it. You have full-on, like, turquoise convertible in there, like,
Yeah.
Oh, here
like,
it is.
yeah, here's a little clip of it. Look at this.
Ow.
Yeah. George Dalton in Trap Queen.
I'm like, hey, what's up, hello? You look
Yeah,
pretty
sing it for
awesome.
us.
You came in the tower.
I just wanna
You got to know for us to roll. Married to the money, introduced her to a stove. Showed her how to whip and now she remixing for low. I'll let you hear the rest without me singing.
I love it. That's great. Yeah, so you guys log on to YouTube. You have your own YouTube channel and everything. Everybody can check that out. But
Awesome.
yeah, it's impressive.
Yeah, really cool. Really, really cool.
I'm so impressed. I don't even know. I don't have any
slacker.
words.
You
Yeah,
go home
seriously. I feel like nothing next to this guy. Ugh. Good for you.
Yeah, that's really great. All All right.
Anyways.
Well,
Yeah,
We're like speechless. We
yeah,
are.
no, that's great. Should we plow back through the?
yeah,
rest of
let's.
this?
I
back
know
to
we're
the
limited
show.
time here tonight, so yeah, let's go back through. So we'll
Let's talk about
Donna's
your role.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for Coop.
Yeah.
You know, and again, I went to sleepaway camp. There was always a Yaron. There was always a guitar playing guy. You know, just there's
But he's
always.
supposed to be a soccer coach. What is he
Yeah.
doing with those like?
There's always a
pins
guy
and-
twirling those things trying to steal your girl. It's just a
Always.
thing at camp.
And he's
but
the
there's also
exotic one,
but there's
like-
also that puppy love thing at camp that Coop has that I really relate to. I remember my first girlfriend ever was at sleepaway camp, and I remember how it happened was like I didn't even like talk to her. I told my friend that I liked her, and then he went and talked to her, and then we held hands and we were a couple. And like
Young
that
love.
was like that was a thing, you know. So I definitely feel for Coop, but it's so funny how he like, you know, Yaron just pops up. You know,
Yeah.
he just pops up. He's
From
just,
Israel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Of course, right? Has to
Yeah.
be from Israel.
My dad's Israeli, so I totally even like that whole vibe.
This is your
too.
life. What?
This is my
Yeah,
life.
I think so. It's not.
This is my life. This is my life. I love it. I love it. Yaron with those little sticks, you know.
Yeah.
Those I don't even think people use those anymore.
No.
And teaching her archery. He's just
Yeah.
anything he can get close to her. She's loving it.
Yeah, it's really funny that I think it's funny too that he calls her his girlfriend, you know, like just as a matter of fact because they saw each other a year ago to the day and they haven't even seen each other or communicated
true.
with each
Yeah.
other. And he's like, "'Cause you're my girlfriend."
I actually love that actress, Donna. What was her name? I think I wrote it down.
Lake Bell?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
great.
yeah. I don't know why she just really knows how to pull off that
Yeah.
sarcastic,
She's great.
awkward. Yeah, she's a great fit. I think. I
Yeah,
have to point
she's
that out. I really like her.
She's got a great indie movie that came out a couple of years ago about voiceover. I forget what it's
In a
called.
World.
In a World.
Yeah.
In a World. Yeah.
That's amazing. You should have you seen that one?
I have
Okay.
seen it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like that. Well, two other favorites. So we have Ben and Susie, Amy Poehler and Bradley Cooper, and we see them get in their first argument, and then she just wants to have angry sex, and we realize they've never had regular sex.
Right.
And
Oh,
we
that's
learn
so
more about their relationship.
I love that. I love that, like, at the beginning. And that's such a, like, high school. It's so funny because they're older, but they're playing high school, but they're doing that thing where they pretend that they've had sex, and then you find out that they're virgins, and then we know that he's gay, and, like, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
That they're discovering, you know, he's discovering it. I like that they're discovering things about themselves while we're doing it, you know.
And they're starting to plant the
true.
seeds because now we're seeing that as he like just
Yeah.
you know we got to eat, you know, union rules or whatever.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we see him avoiding it all, but then we
Union
also see
rules.
her being attracted to one
Yes.
of your favorites,
John
Susie.
Slattery.
Yes.
What is his character called?
I
Claude?
forgot his
Claude,
name.
I think it's Claude something.
I
right?
forgot
No.
his name.
Claude? Yes.
I love his jacket, his
I know.
oversized jacket that he shows up with. It's amazing. You know, it's like that's the other thing. You know, these. I feel like all this stuff rings true, but it's funny because we all have maybe had a theater teacher who was like wished they were on Broadway but ended up in a suburb
Yeah.
somewhere instead. But they treat it as if it's
a real
you
Broadway.
have a teacher
I have.
like that.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
So when I started out in Tennessee, doing little community plays and stuff, I had this completely arrogant teacher for musical arts and stuff, and dreamed of being on Broadway and never made it. So,
Yeah.
but
They carry
it
that
is
with
sad.
them,
Yeah,
yeah.
they carry it with them, and it's like, just think if you can make it, do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But like, except they over obsess about it, and now they're in Tennessee doing just nothing.
Yeah,
Like-
no. It's very much, it's like the theater equivalent of that, like, football coach guy
Yeah.
who wishes he made it, and then he, like, kind of, like, takes it out on
He
the
does.
kids a little.
Yeah.
But it's, in some ways, it's like they elevate a little bit because they care a lot more than a regular, you know, somebody who isn't, like, that obsessive about it.
That's true.
Which is why, like, the play at the end of this, you know, at the end of the first day of camp is presumably going to be amazing.
Yeah. Of course. All right, let's see. Oh, and this is one of the biggest things. So Beth and Craig see Zenstar actually dumping. So they realize, they start putting together
I love
what's going on with
the
Mitch.
scene
You know, I was
Yes.
arguing about that with somebody because I was dying. And one of my friends was like, I didn't think that was funny when he was drinking the green.
I thought that was so funny.
And when he went back for another spoonful of
For the
it.
road, right? One more for the road.
Like just and he didn't even say anything. He just like went back and took another scoop, and it just floored me.
Yeah.
That just completely floored me.
Awesome. All right.
Like, do you I just
Like they didn't even take notice of it. Like it was
no,
like
I
a
know.
matter of fact. That's what I
I'm
about the show.
wondering.
It's so matter of fact.
I know. I want to know if
You
they
know?
like improvised that or if that was like in there
That's
as is, because it
true.
was so good by Jason Schwartzman. He just like, I don't even know why that's like. It's just something about the way he did that. It was like the timing of it was just impeccable.
I completely agree.
I haven't seen yet. Have you guys seen? Is there any outtakes like at the end of anything on Netflix yet? 'Cause
I'll
I
tell
haven't
you
gotten
one
to the very
thing that
end
is
yet.
incredible that I just discovered that somebody told me about. It was one of the most inspirational / like, I don't know, just like crazy things. You know that they were filming the original movie,
the documentary,
Hurricane of Fun.
It's on
Hurricane
Netflix.
of
So
Fun,
I
the
just
Waves.
watched it. I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
You know what's amazing is Bradley Cooper's younger than everybody. He didn't even finish. I think it was his last day of film school when he jumped on set for it, and just the way he has this reverence for all of these
Yes.
comedians, and just the way they're just hanging out together. They spent 28 days together shooting this thing. You got to go see it.
Okay, checking that one
I was
out.
gonna say I didn't see it yet, but it's an hour-long documentary. It's on Netflix, and I can't wait because it's so interesting to see where all the actors have gone from then till today.
Yeah, definitely.
It will blow you away.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, check that one out. All right, we've got to wrap it up a little bit tonight because we're on a tight schedule. But I think you have a little news and gossip for us.
That was it. That was like a
that
little
was
bit
it.
of information to check it on Netflix.
Oh man, did I just steal your
No, I'm
gossip?
glad that you covered it. I'm glad you covered it.
I'm
for
that
me.
guy. I just stole her gossip. Oh gosh.
All right. Well, what's next for you? Any
what's-
projects in the works?
What's next? Okay, I am co-writing a sequel.
A 3-part trilogy of. Just kidding. Go ahead.
I'm co-writing a sequel to a horror film, and co-writing and starring in a sequel to a certain horror film, but I can't really say what it is yet.
Can I volunteer to be a slasher or somebody who
Yeah.
gets killed? Any of those things?
Slasher.
An extra.
Slasher. I feel like I'd be a good slasher. I don't know.
Horror. That must be new for you, huh?
I love horror, like anything
Really?
horror related.
Yeah.
That's
What's your
how they- when
favorite? What's like your favorite horror flick?
I really like Stage Fright. I love Stage Fright. And my favorite TV show is actually American Horror Story.
That's good.
Didn't you? I think I read that you really want to roll in American Horror Story. That's like your dream, right? Dream. Oh.
Yeah.
I did
So
not
if
say
there are
that.
any casting directors out there
right.
watching, listening to this, come on, let's write a role
Hook
for
'em
George
up.
Dalton. Come on.
Awesome. All right, where can everybody follow you guys at? Start over there.
You guys can follow me on Twitter at Kanika Lal and Instagram at You Can Have It Lol.
You can follow me at mattrittercomedy.com. You can come see me at some live shows around town, or mattritter1 on Twitter.
Go ahead.
My Twitter is George B. Dalton, and my Instagram is George_haslife, and Facebook is George Dalton.
Awesome.
Nice.
And you can follow me at JJ Jurgens on Twitter, JurgensJJ on Instagram, and at my blog at tomgirl.tv. Thanks, guys, so much for watching. We
Thank
will
you.
also have more guests again next week. And a little tease, there may or may not be a burping
Oh, I
contest,
think we're going to
if
make that
that gives
happen.
you any
We got to
clue.
make that happen. And thank you so much, George. This was fantastic.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate it.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.